What up, everybody? Blake this Color Magic. And I just wanted to kind of remind you guys we are about to hit 500 subs, so make sure you get a comment on this video. We're definitely going to be spinning the wheel for this amazing deck that I have put together. I was just looking at it, and it is fully complete. Balthier and Fran, our Final Fantasy 12 characters are finished. This is red and green or Gruul vehicles, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's extra combat vehicles. But yep, the deck is done. It has like about a value of $250. I definitely included the cosmetics, so you're going to get a lot of the foily things here that you see. You're going to get every card here that you see, you're going to get. So really cool kind of just promotion for us. I mean, I love it, man. I love you guys for just kind of enjoying the ride with me and seeing how far we can take it. But I will continue to build these sweet decks. And also trying to keep a budget in mind in some circumstances, especially like during these giveaways. I plan on giving away decks at every 250 subscribers. So yeah, that's probably about it. And like every big milestone for like 500, you know, we'll kind of do it a little bit bigger than the other one. So very exciting overall. I'm just very pleased how this one turned out. This is like just very cool kind of, you know, acceleration with the Gruul colors. You get those nice elves. You get access to a lot of really nice vehicles in green colors, which are very interesting that you wouldn't normally get to play in Greasefang. And so it's very fun in general. You get to play cards like Push the Limit from Aether Drift. And just overall, it's just like a really fantastic, basically artifact reanimator deck. There's a lot of support for this. So a lot of great cards in here, a lot of great vehicles, lots of heavy hitters to be found. You know, you get all the goblins, Goblin Engineer, Goblin Welder, perfect for your like your little casual commander night, really getting busy with your boys and girls and just have a great time with it. So overall, really cool. And make sure you just comment on this video. We even got the Speedway Fanatic now. And Ultimate Duplication, fantastic. So there's a couple other long form videos that we did in between the 400 subs. So if you want to go back and like comment on one of the Greasefang videos or another Balthier and Fran deck, go ahead. We're going to basically take all those long form videos where I mentioned the giveaway and then basically do a random wheel for a video. And then that video will be chosen. And then we're going to do a random wheel for the comments that are associated with that video. And then that winner will take the deck home. And I'm going to do it live. So I'll announce like in my comments, my posts when we hit 500, when I'm going to do the live, will probably be like a Saturday or Sunday. I'll stick around with you guys for about an hour or two. We'll give away the Balthier and Fran deck. I also had a Mana Drain and I believe a Cabal Coffers from other videos that didn't quite reach 20 likes, but we're just going to give them away anyways for the people that commented on those videos. And if you've been paying attention, then you will be incentivized, and you probably already made the comment. So good luck to you guys who did those particular videos. And you would know about them. So thanks, guys. I appreciate this. And now we're just going to bust right into this. I don't know how many packs of this we're going to open up today, but we'll open a few. Definitely get into a few of these. I think that this set actually has some like more value than usual for a particular set in general. There's the bonus sheets, the Stellar Sights, which is access to cards such as Ancient Tomb, Gemstone Caverns. I am lucky enough to have an Ancient Tomb already, but I would love to get myself a Gemstone Caverns. I'd absolutely adore that for my Tival Arbiter of Virtue deck, so that would be fantastic. And there is so many good green cards in this set. It's like pretty much absurd, but like what we get the Ice Till Explorer, for instance. For me, like the Might Form Harmonizer is a card I'm looking for as well. Just like there's just the amount of crazy strong green cards in this set is just like absolutely absurd. Uthros, the blue planet, I've seen that in action in Standard, and it's just absolutely a menace in the synthesizer decks. So if you haven't been rocking that in your synthesizer decks yet, you should, because you're making so many strong synthesizers. It just makes sense to have a that planet become a Tolorian Academy, basically. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of roll through these, and we have our commons here, of course. There's some really nice uncommons. I haven't really looked through all the commons yet, but overall, a very strong set. In general, definitely had a nice build up. So we got the Sothera. This card was very good in limited. It definitely won some games for my opponents. It was definitely really annoying to play against. I recall this one actually like does a little bit of resurrection, I think, once the criteria is met for your opponent having no more creatures on the battlefield. I think it acts like kind of like a Grim Pact in that manner. So whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. Oh my god. Yikes. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice Sothera, and then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. That's extremely good. Wow, that's just fantastic. This one is getting some play too, the Cryogen Relic. So, little shiny guy here. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. And 1 in a blue, sacrifice this artifact, put a stun counter on up to 1 target tap creature. In that manner, it's like a Wellspring, Mycosynth Wellspring, or Ichor Wellspring, where it comes in the battlefield, you draw, and then when it goes to the graveyard, you draw again, right? Well, yeah, when this artifact enters or leaves, you draw. Very cool card. Actually builds in like its way to destruct itself too, so it's just like a strict upgrade of the Ichor Wellspring, which is really cool. Very cool. We'll just put this one to the side. We'll just do like some of the cool, like the foil and the mythic rares here. But yeah. All right. Let me know what pulls you've gotten from these play packs, but that's a pretty cool start. Yeah, I think like I couldn't miss. There's so many good mythics in here in general. Like the Cosmo Grand Zenith is like a card I'm kind of looking for as well. We got Sammy here, uncommon. Pull through the weft. Okay, Scrounge for Eternity I have been messing with, and this card is a bomb, guys. It's a massive. And it's basically a 3-mana resurrection spell that will produce an artifact token as well. But this is just like a very strong rate for standard. Obviously, it doesn't compete with like Reanimate or Animate Dead, but it's just an interesting like arsenal. It's just like the fact that it creates that Lantern token that you can like sacrifice and utilize to ramp with. It's just like a very versatile card. You simply just have to sacrifice a creature or an artifact. And then you get to return a creature or spacecraft with mana vial 5 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, then create a Lantern token. People are doing things with Duretti with this, the one that requires an artifact to sacrifice when it comes on the battlefield to exchange that artifact on the battlefield for the one in your graveyard. So there's that. So this one is a Counters Matter card. It's a legend. Trample. It enters with a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Whenever you attack, you may remove a 1/1 counter from each of 2 creatures you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Sure thing. And you get to create a token. That's pretty fun. Pretty cool card. And then our little foily dude here. Starport Security. And then also the foil land there. It's pretty nice. And the Lantern token. Obviously, it seems like a big card pool set. And like I said, the limited experience, in playing draft and such, it was slower in my opinion. There were some more aggressive cards, but I feel like it kind of built up. Like you could play the 7 drops and stuff. This is a good card. Being played in the Sephiroth decks right now, Timeline Color, that's a pretty good hit right there. It's a good one. And we got a Shockland. Fantastic. Oh, wow. Oh my God, this thing is loaded with cards. Holy shit. What's that, too? Behind another foil. Wow. What a pack. What a freaking pack. This guy is cool, too. He's like a Panharmonicon, and he can be warped in. Yeah, this card is a great Starfield Vocalist. Very cool. Very cool card. Yeah. So warp means that you can play it on an earlier turn. It will come down. You can play it for 2 costs. It will go to an exile zone, and then you can play it for its main cost later as well. Very cool. Just kind of put that over here too. It's fine. And we got this larval scout lander. I don't think any of these like really caught my eye too much for the uncommon set, but I am looking for, I believe, one from the commander set. I might have to go to the LGS for that. It's like an exploration on a vehicle. That would be like kind of intriguing to kind of get a hold of. Yeah, for sure. Very interesting card. It's kind of like one of the druids. Very interesting. Huh. It's like sacrifice a land and get 2 basics. Very interesting cards in general here. All right. Nutrient block. Seam rip. This is getting a lot of play too. People are just like absolutely like terrorizing with this. It's basically you sacrifice. You don't even have to sacrifice. It just enters and it's like God, was a portable hull, right? It enters and exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. It's really annoying enchantment, to be honest. Roving actuator. Oh, you did that. Brute card elite. Oh, Ruben, stop it. Look at this really pretty art, guys. Hard light containment, enchant artifact to control. When this aura enters, exile target creature and opponent controls until this aura leaves the battlefield. Enchanted permanent has ward 1. Huh. Okay. So you have to have an artifact in play to make that work. Very interesting. So there's that. All right, we are moving here, guys. Let's go for some Ice Till Explorers or something. Let's go, baby. I love that card. It is so good. Requiem Monolith. People are pretty cool on this card. I'm going to take my time and kind of see if I can unpack it a little bit. So it's just 3 mana and a tap, so you could just use it, you know, upon casting if you had creatures to do stuff with. Attack with, right? Until end of turn, target creature gains. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, you draw that many cards and lose that much life. That creature's controller may have this artifact deal 1 damage to it. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay. It's kind of like really kind of sets up like evasiveness to it. Like, you know, if you block this thing, you're going to have to pay a consequence. Very interesting. I love Cecil. So again, yeah, shout out to my coworker there. And she was playing Magic today on her phone. And I was like, hey, what are you doing over there? Like, I thought maybe she was watching like a TV show or something. She's like, I'm playing Magic. And I was like, oh, that's so sick. Like, I love Magic. And we had just like kind of just started talking about it. And it was great. And it was like kind of fun just to like kind of talk about Magic with somebody at work today. It was really cool. So she subscribed, and now she's going to make a comment, right? And you'll be eligible for that. Balthier and Fran deck, you can do it. You can do it. It'll be excellent. It's just easy, guys. Sir Vondam, this guy's annoying, dude. He's just good, right? Creature dies, you put a counter on this. And then I think if it has power 4 or greater and it dies itself, destroy up to one target non-land permanent. Ugh, and it has vigilance and menace. Gross. Biosynthetic burst. Wow, I get so many things. And a sweet, like, full art mountain. So shout out to the mountains. That's really cool. And there's Sir Vondimus there. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Wow. So have any of you hit a gemstone cavern yet? It's kind of what I'm curious to know. Have you been lucky enough to hit an ancient tomb or a gemstone cavern or like an Uthros or a Cosmogrand Zenith? Ice Till Explorer. I got something juicy here. It's a rare. It's a swarm yard. So that's our stellar sites there. So that's a land or add colorless. Regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. That could be very useful. Very useful, right? Especially for sacrifice decks, it's probably pretty decent. Something juicy here, another rare. Is this a 10/10? This is the Extinguisher Battleship, I think. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, solid one, guys. This is like the target that you're getting into ready right now with that combo with Scrounge. Yeah, just basically does 4 damage to each creature, and then you get to destroy a non-creature permanent, such as a land. Really gross. And then you can station this thing as a 10/10 flying trample. Really, a Singularity Rupture. Gross. That was the 3 rare pack, guys. These are juiced up. I think we're going to get the Ancient Tomb. I think we're going to do it, guys. I have a feeling. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players each mill half their library, rounded down. It's disgusting. Disgusting card, guys. Absolutely disgusting. To win in that manner, to just remove cards from opponent's library, disgusting. Play Magic like a fellow human being, why don't you? Never built a mill deck. Maybe I have once or twice. Maybe once or twice. So it's kind of fun. You get like a foil in every pack. There's some sort of juiciness here. It doesn't even look like a card. I have to slow roll. Is it Mythy? It's a rare. What is it? It's like crazy. Weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. With this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. Munitions, huh? Interesting. So what things, I mean, to any target, not to each opponent. I'm sure someone loves this card. Interesting. It's just good fodder, I guess, you know, to sacrifice your artifacts. Okay. Guys, can you believe we made it to 500? This fellow here, we're doing it, man. Can't wait for the next summer. MagicCon comes up again. Making videos on the regular. Let me know what kind of colors you're into right now. I see people really are into Orzhov. I got an Aragorn deck on the way. It's going to be really cool. And I also wanted to kind of like introduce. This card's getting some play too. I don't know. It's a 2/1 Vigi, and it taxes a card in someone's hand, so it's mostly decent. I would say it's an Angel Wizard, so it has lots of keywords. Also, probably very good for your Giada decks, right? And then this Terror Botanist. So my idea for deck techs kind of going forward is to have like a side quest featured in each of the deck techs. So for instance, Vaughn will love this because for multiple reasons, and I'll kind of explain. We're just going to take a little brief intermission here, okay? So bear with me. Okay, so let's find the card first. Try not to botch that. There it is. Okay. So here is Ubun, the Muldaya ancestor. And I think I know why he sent me this card now. I was reading over and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I was just like, do I play this as a commander? And he does, so he has some secret sauce with it. But I will play it in Aragorn. And the side quest would be to get like an Ubun down. And additionally, get a card such as Zanarkand. So hold on. Where is it? Did I have it already here? I have the, there it is. Okay, Zanarkand. Okay, so here's the side quest. It's a little bit of elaborateness here, but for instance, imagine this. You're in Aragorn, so you can get +4 to your creatures, right? So what you do is, along the way, you play this on its adventure side or not. Anyways, it comes down as a land, so that's pretty cool. It would be really cool if you hadn't made the token as well, because it's going to be pretty buff. And then, of course, you have your Ubun here. And I just thought it would be really clever if you pumped up Ubun and then you animated the Zanarkand. And then all of a sudden you have like this nasty, Final Fantasy land town smacking into someone's face. I just thought that would be a really cool side quest for a deck. And it fits what we're doing with the deck anyways. Like, this guy benefits from power. This thing's going to make a really awesome, powerful token. And then it's not done. It keeps going. Then we're going to animate it with Ubun and slap someone in the face. So that's the plan. So that's my kind of plan moving forward, is to have some sort of like kind of side quests involved, for instance. I think that would be kind of fun. All right, so let's continue. We are kind of through some packs here, as you would say. And I'm having a good time. 0 Point Ballad. Not familiar with that one too much, but I do love X spells. Destroy all creatures with toughness X or less. You lose X life. If X is 6 or more, return a creature card put into a graveyard this way onto the battlefield under your control. 0 Point Ballad. Interesting one. All right, let's keep going. I don't really like to lose too much life with my spells, but that is what it is. Or pay too much for them. I'm looking for the planets, guys. Think planet. Planet. Servandum again, but not in the fancy dancy art. Just in the regular art. This card was just like an insta pick in limited. It just does 10 damage to somebody's face. No, to target creature upon entering the battlefield. Very nasty. And then it flies by stationing, tapping a creature down. With 7 power would meet that requisite, or over time, tapping some creatures down until you did 7 power or more, and then it becomes a 7/7 flyer. Very good removal in that kind of format for sure. And you were able to get to that Pinnacle Starship. It wasn't like you're getting run over like in Final Fantasy. Like, I feel Final Fantasy, the power level was much higher for like a 20 life format. This one had like kind of a slower burn, I thought. Whoa! Quantum Riddler. Let's freaking go, baby. Oh, this card is hot. Mythic. Flying. When this creature enters, draw a card. Let's go, baby. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in your hand, if you would draw 1 or more cards, you draw that many cards +1. Fantastic. Nice flyer. You can warp that into. Very nice. Very nice, guys. The Riddler. That is a Sphinx. All right, let's keep rolling. Glacier Godma, Biomechan Engineer. This is our rare is the Sunset Saboteur. A very strong rogue, actually. I would definitely consider putting this in my N1 deck because it's just like a really strong, beefy card. It gives me some vibes. Give me some like, Nighthawk Scavenger vibes, so to speak. It has some evasiveness. Putting a counter on another creature is not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. It's just a very interesting, beefy, human rogue in general. It's kind of what we're about is like evasiveness, right? And then we got this rare Genomorph Imago, Simic colors, flying. Whenever a land you control enters, target creature has base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. If you control 6 or more lands, that creature has base power and toughness 6/6 until end of turn. 1/3 flyer. Very well. Will we get it? Another mythic. It's possible. Very possible. Some of these packs have been like loaded with like 3 rares at a time, so seems to have like a pretty high ceiling for some play boosters, I'll be honest. That's another Stellar Sights, and that is a rare as well. Interesting. Mystifying Maze, land, add colorless, 4 and a tap, exile target attacking creature and opponent controls. At the beginning of the next end step, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Huh. Interesting. I like that. That's a very cool card. And the Siriema, fantastic. What a great pack. Yeah, this card is busted. When the Siriema enters, search your library for a legendary creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. People love to fetch up Felia with this because they play this in the 99 because you can play these legendary spacecrafts or vehicles and legendary vehicles in your command zone now. So yeah, you could just fetch up a Felia, and then all of a sudden you're just blinking this every turn and fetching up whatever the hell legendary creature you want. It's crazy. What a card. And then we got another sweet land. I love it, guys. We're popping. Absolutely popping with EOE. And a sweet deck giveaway. I think it will happen soon. Probably in at least 2 weeks or so, right? We were on a hot streak there with the Balthier and Fran deck. It kind of tapered off a little bit. It is what it is. I'm not worried. It's just the way it is. This is duplication. Another one of those homies. How interesting. Huh. Do you think we'll duplicate with some other rares? I mean, we did duplicate with Servanum, but it was different art. So I would hopefully... I mean, another Riddler would not be terrible. There's another weapons manufacturing, though. Huh, interesting. All right. Well, let's hopefully get a couple more chances at a Stellar Sight. Like I'm saying, a Gemstone Cavern would be very nice for my overall game plan for my Taval Arbiter Virtue deck. I'd like a little extra power there, so that would be nice. Loading Zone. If one or more counters be put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet control, twice that many of each of those kinds of counters are put on instead. That's very cool. And is that 1 mana warp. Very cool card. We love double counters. Okay, three left from this stack. Kind of picking up the pace a little bit, kind of getting the vibe. Cerebral Download, Tapestry Warden, Timeline color, Coral of the Void. I don't know if I read this one yet. Enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put target creature card from defending player's graveyard on the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this aura unless a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. That's fine. That's not too hard of a criteria to meet. So that's not too bad. Okay, so pretty cool card there, probably. A little bit of a hoop where you have to enchant a creature. A lot of these cards work very well with that, like sacrificing things, putting things into the graveyard from play. Oops. A planet? Can we get a planet? I would like to show you guys like one of the planets, man. The blue one is like really cool. For at least the standard now. The green one is similarly cool in that manner. Memorial Vault. And Frenzied Balloth. Okay, so that's people like the Balloth. Memorial Vault. Sacrifice another artifact. Exile the top cards. X cards of your library. Where X is 1 plus the mana value of the sacrifice artifact. You may play those cards this turn. Okay, cool. Little gasoline there. Never hurt anybody. Frenzied Balloth. This spell can't be countered. Trample Haste. Creature spells you control can't be countered, and combat damage can't be prevented. We love that. Fantastic. A lot of cool keywords on that card, huh? Yeah, the uncounterability is fantastic. Pinnacle Kill Ship. We got a Stellar Sights here, so we're going to definitely slow roll that one. Don't know what it's going to be, you know. Don't know what it's going to be. It could be uncommon, too. They just all varieties. It's a mythic! Could it be like an Inkmoth Nexus? I'm so nervous, guys. Yeah, it is. It appears to be that one. The Inkmoth Nexus. Damn. So close. Land, add colorless. This land becomes a 1/1 Phyrexian Blink Moth artifact creature with flying and infect until end of turn. It's still land. Oh, is this the one that people like? I'm not sure. I haven't messed with that one a little bit, but I know there's two that are kind of like this. I think this is the nasty one though. Because it has the infect, right? It's like a win condition. Well, we'll take that. That's probably pretty decent, right? We got the Thrumming Hive Pool here, so that's like the sliver payoff. So this is like a pretty hot card as well. Affinity for slivers. Slivers you control have double strike and haste. Whoa. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 1/1 colorless sliver creature tokens. And it has affinity for slivers? Oh, it's fantastic. Fantastic card. What a bomb. Vote out and plane. So yeah, that was probably a pretty incredible pack there. All right, so yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to top that one, but you never know. Oh man, I thought we could have had the massive guys. We got some massive stuff here. Lots of funny looking art in the back here. Okay, we got the Pinnacle Star Cage here. And we got a really fancy dancy card behind this. This card is so annoying in the synthesizer deck. Simulacrum Synthesizer. And you know what also is really annoying? Is that they don't care that they eat their own tokens. It just like, they do not care. That deck is like out of control. It's so good. And they just added this like another thing that just basically wipes out like any aggro threat or basically any early mana plays that you do. It's just like, see ya. What a crazy freaking card that is. Just absolutely out of its mind. This is a rare. Raging Ravine. Really fancy dancy. So that's pretty cool. It enters tapped, add red or green. Until end of turn, this land becomes a 3/3 red and green elemental creature. With whenever this creature attacks, put a 1 counter on it. It's still land. Fantastic. And then a really cool galaxy foil there. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What else is going on, guys? Let me know. Let me know how work is. Are you doing it? Are you doing your work? Are you eating well? Invasive maneuvers. Is this our rare here? It is. I'm a slow roller guy. Ooh, it's a mythic. Ah, it's the end stone. Okay, let me break this card down. This thing really like hits you in the face a little bit, let's just say that. But probably really good for life deck. You know what? Actually, this would might fit into my... It might fit into like my Arwen deck because we gain so much god dang life in that deck. And you really don't care about your life total. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. Oof. At the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes half your starting life total rounded up. I mean, ouch. Ouchie. It hurts, but maybe. That's a lot of cards. And we're just nailing these lands, guys. All right, we have this many packs here. And we're still hunting for the elusive Ice-Tilled Explorer. It's a rare. It's definitely attainable. I love the Might Form Harmonizer. They would both fit into basically all the decks that I make with green, so there's definitely some cards here to... Yo! Let's go! Hello, Myrel. Yo, Cosmogrand Zenith, guys. Sweet Soldier. Definitely buffs up your creatures. Oh, that's so nice. Definitely when you're going against the Dragon, you just need a little extra bouncy, you know. A little power on your heel, your homies. Get them stronger. Just get in there for the win, you know. Sometimes you just need to get in for the win. There's a Cosmogrand Zenith, baby. We love it. Love to see it. Well, I think we did it. Definitely did it. Now we're just kind of rolling through this, kind of seeing if we can get any extra action here. Ah, that's perfect for my counters deck, the Terra Symbiosis. Someone had made a really good point. I've been watching a new YouTube channel for me, and it's these two fellows, and I really enjoy them. And they had mentioned how you could utilize this on your opponent's turns as well. So I was like, oh, that's a really clever way, like, to do this, because I think it's only once a turn. So whenever we put one or more 1/1 counters on a creature control, you may draw that many cards. You know, and it could be additional counters too. So you might be drawing multiple counters if you have like more doubling effects, right? But then you can do it against on your opponent's turns, and that's a lot of card advantage. So we love that card. Fantastic. Definitely some interesting like counter matters stuff for the set. So, yeah, very cool. This one also does counters too, for just double spelling. That's really interesting, actually. Huh. Really interesting, guys. Really interesting, like, counter matter stuff. This card is nasty with the station cards. It's a 1-mana 4/1. You really can like accelerate your spacecraft sooner than later. Tanuk, very cool. Looks like we got another fancy dancy stellar site. It's a rare. No, it's a station. Is it that 5-mana one? Yeah, that's cool. So we got the Infinite Guidelight Station. I have seen this in action. Basically, it creates robot tokens upon entering the battlefield for how many cards that are multicolored you have on the battlefield. Pretty cool card. Jockward Drone. All right, 5 more, baby. I wonder if this card is going to have like a really hidden like common card that like, oh, it's busted. Like this one is like really good. The Umbral Color Zealot for like surveilling. It's a really nice one. Nova Hellkite. This one can be warped as well. It is being played in some really good standard decks too. Flying Haste. When this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to target creature an opponent controls. And then you can warp that as well. Okay. Good for stationing, of course. Melded Moxite in the Forest. Dragons are just cool in general. Rayblade Trooper. Watery Grave, borderless, fantastic. So that's our second Shockland. And an Ouroboros! Ooh! Guys, this was the one I was like blanking on. I was like, there was another green card that I was like, would really go well with my Aragorn deck. And here it is, Ouroboros. Oh my God. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X/1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power, and it's itself too. What a pack, guys. What a freaking play pack that is. Watery Grave and Ouroboros. Holy crap. Just crazy, man. Sign me up. Let me get another one. Let me get another one of these. Wow, more borderless card. Another Umbral Color Zealot. Fantastic. Oh boy, I have to really get into this one here, guys. It is a rare. Shambling Vent. Okay, that is just like a man land, correct? Yeah. Cool. Anything else juicy? Starwinder, yeah, that's another one. It's like a massive rare. This one's crazy because it's just draws card based on the amount of damage you do. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage, your player may draw that many cards. So silly. Such a silly card. Yeah, I deal 6 damage and I draw 6 cards. Thank you. All right, any Ice Hill Explorers? They're saving the Ancient Tombs for the other box because this was just juiced. It's too juiced up, guys. Rust Harvester. Menace, 1 red, 2 tap, exile an artifact card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Then it deals damage to its power to any target. I do enjoy that. You know, in fact, this is exactly what I was looking for my more competitive Myriad deck. Is like these interesting creatures or artifacts that can do damage to the board, to do like basically to any target or creature. I just thought that these are just something that was sorely lacking from my Myriad deck. So this is a perfect addition where we can just simply tap this for mana. We can impulse draw off it, or in certain circumstances, we can just exile an artifact and do some spot damage to something, to a face, to a creature. I am very excited about the Rust Harvester. That is fantastic. And then a Swamp. A Swamp. Last pack, guys. Last pack. The last pack on the other shelf was really good, so let's kind of slow down a little bit here. See if we can get a mythic. Uncommon. What you got? Oh, it's a rare 5/4 creature, I suppose. Hey, an Estelle Reclaimer. So we definitely hit the cool warp cards. There's no doubt about it. So this one is very cool as well. I like it. Basically, you can warp this in if you paid the 3 costed. You can return an artifact or creature, a non-land permanent card in general, to your battlefield. So if you have like a 3 mana card and you warp this in, you'll have a 5/4 for the turn. and you'll be able to return that permanent. When you play it for 5, you can bring back a 5-mana permanent, and then you get a 5/4 Angel. It's fantastic. It's going to be perfect for my Greasefang deck. Sorry about that. It's not out of focus. But yeah, it'll be perfect for my Greasefang deck because it creates like a crewer. I can return some vehicles, because Greasefang will do the job too, but we also have other vehicles to return. So just all in all, I'm just a big fan of this Esteli Reclaimer for a creature. Bombard and Lander. And guys, that was basically like the really cool little action we had today. So let me kind of summon these. Gently kind of weave them in. All right, so let's get these all situated here. All right, so this is my haul from the Edge of Eternity's box, and it was just absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend. The Shocklands are just definitely present. Some amazing mythics and counter matters cards for sure. Inkmoth Nexus. I thought that might have been the big playa, but we'll take it. We'll take those. Take a chance, for those ancient tombs and Sariema there, Gemstone Caverns, So obviously, just some very cool RNG here. Really nice mythics overall that we got. The Riddler. Overall, just like kind of hit a ton of sweet cards in general. So there's another Shockland. These were just some of the foils, and then the Sothera was our first mythic that we hit, and then we had some early foils. Starfield Vocalist was a nice hit, and we had this foily Cryogen Relic. So that was about it, guys. So I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.